Welcome everyone to the Judiciary Committee. We have two agendas this morning, one at 10:24 and one at 10:25. My name is Carl Rhodes. I'm the chair of the committee. The committee members are Vice Chair Jarrett Keokalole, Senator Ocasio, Senator Gabbard, Senator Lee, Senator Kim, Senator Favela. I'm not going to bother to go through in interest of time. I will just say that if there's a catastrophic technical failure, our default time will be tomorrow, Thursday, March 4 at 10 a.m. And a public notice will be posted on the website if we don't get through the decision making today for some reason. Okay, first on the 1024 agenda, the first bill up is SB 925. This has to do with secondhand dealers, clarifies that secondhand dealer laws applies to a secondhand dealer's operation of an automatic recycling kiosk. Recommendation on this one is to pass with some amendments that I have gotten the prior concurrence of the previous chair on. We'll clarify that the previously owned consumer handheld electronic devices that can be recycled applies only to cell phones. As requested by HPD, we'll clarify the meaning of article and the language relating to automated recycling kiosks that is being added to the retention statute by replacing article with the phrase previously owned consumer handheld electronic cell phone devices. Also, language being added to the retention statute will address HP's concerns about the purchasers of the used cell phones immediately removing the items from the county by requiring that they be held in the county where they are recycled for a minimum of 5 business days. And we'll also have some technical amendments, and it's already has a defective date, so we'll leave the defective date. Questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair Keokalole.
Members voting on SB 925 SD1, the recommendation is to pass this measure with amendments. Chair Rhodes?
Aye.
Vice Chair goes aye. Senator Ocasio is excused. Senator Gabbard?
Here, yes, aye.
Senator Kim?
Aye.
Senator Lee?
Aye.
Senator Favela?
Aye.
Recommendation adopted.
Thank you, members. Next up is SB 1122. This clarifies requirements on the County Board of Water Supply, adds representation on the County Boards of Water Supply of the interest to be served by the allocation of water for current and foreseeable development and use of Hawaiian homelands. Recommendation here is to pass with some amendments. Again, I have gotten the prior concurrence of the previous chair. Sure, I'm starting in the right place. Okay, so we'll amend the proposed requirements for county boards of water supply in section 2 of the bill to require the board to transmit annually to DHHL an accounting of the water credits held by the county. Will allow DHHL to submit to the respective water board a request for the reservation of available and unallocated water credits. Will require the respective water board to consider DHHL's request when allocating available and unallocated water credits. Will prohibit the respective water board from withholding water developed by DHHL. Will amend the requirement that the water boards develop policies in case of water shortages to require that the policies comply with the public trust doctrine, and will delete additional proposed language about how the water deductions are to be made. As requested by DLNR and some of the water boards, will delete the requirement that the water boards must apply to the state for water licenses, clarify use of county and board throughout the proposed section, and will make clear that section 2 applies to all county boards of water supply since the Hawaii County Board is in a separate part of the chapter. In section 3 of the bill regarding the composition of the county boards of water supply, will clarify that the proposed requirement is that one member of the board be a representative of DHHL and make that requirement effective July 1, 2024. In section 2 of the bill, okay. In section 4 of the bill, will specify to the Hawaii County Board of Water Supply, in section 4 of the bill, which is specific to the Hawaii County Board of Water Supply, that will change the proposed requirement that there must be 2 designated members to 1 designated member to be a representative of DHHL, and delete the additional amendments to the various geographic requirements and make the requirements effective July 1, 2024. And the preamble will be amended accordingly, their text, and we'll put a defective date on it. Yet. No. So we'll put a defective date of May 6, 2137. Questions or concerns?
A question.
Yeah.
Does the bill specify, and I tried looking for it, how long that DHHL can hang on to these credits?
I don't believe there's a restriction, but I'd have to double check, but my recollection is there isn't.
Okay, well, I have concerns on that. I'm not sure if everyone understands when you get water credits. So what's happening is you cannot develop any kind of project if you can't get the water allocation. And the Board of Water Supply will not give you, even though they have reserved all these future developments, they have reservations for all this water, and some of these projects never get going. And so that water credit stays there, and any new project coming up cannot be built and cannot have OKs because there's not enough water allocation. There is, but many of them are stuck in these credits.
I understand what you're saying.
We'll
put in some committee language expressing our concerns about the unlimited.
Yeah, it's a major thing about these credits, and that's it. And you know, DHHL does not have a good record in dealing with, you know, all of their issues and stuff. So I have some
it does have a bad date, so it's still a work in
I'm going to be voting WR for now, but I just want to
understood.
Know that there's some serious issues here. Thank you.
Any other concerns or questions? If not, Vice Chair.
Members voting on SB 1122 SD1, the recommendation is to pass this measure with amendments. Noting the presence of all members of the committee and the reservations of Senator Kim, are there any other members with reservations?
Reservations.
I have reservations for Senators Gabbard and Favela. Okay, any opposition? Seeing none, Chair, the recommendation is adopted.
Thank you. Next up, we move to our 1025 agenda. This has just one bill, SB 576, relating to used motor vehicle parts. This is a catalytic converter bill. Recommendation on this one is to pass with just a bad date, May 6, 2137. Questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair.
Members voting on SB 576 SD1, the recommendation is to pass with amendments. Noting again the presence of all members of the committee, are there any reservations? Is there any opposition? Chair, your recommendation is adopted.
Okay, thank you, members. Now, the next agenda is back with WHAM and water land, and it's started 2 minutes ago, and we need to switch Zoom links. So I'll see you over there. Thank you.